Welcome to Librarian Recommends. Hi, my name is Trish and I am one of the librarians at Barbican Library, and whilst the library is closed, I'm going to bring you some suggestions of books to read or listen to via a Librarian Recommends session each week on a Thursday. Whilst you're unable to come into the library to collect books, you can download ebooks and audiobooks using our free RBdigital app. If you need help using the app, please take a look at our user guide video, which you can find in the video section on the left of this Facebook page, or go to our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube and just type Barbican and Community Libraries into the YouTube search box and select the top search result. And the user guide is under videos. Today I'm going to concentrate on Traveller's Tales, also known as Travelogues. Of course, we can't travel at the moment, but why not read or listen to some of these suggestions and escape into another world? Firstly, I'm going to mention some ebook titles you might be interested in trying. My first suggestion is Fried Eggs with Chopsticks by Polly Evans. Polly Evans' plan to journey solo around China was simple and straightforward. Travel by luxurious high-speed train and long-distance bus, cruise leisurely down the Grand Canal and hike up picturesque mountains. However, once in the Middle Kingdom, she finds herself on a primitive sleeper minibus on which sleep is impossible, and then balanced atop a small mule on a distant mountain pass, and undertaking a rather dubious ferry ride down the Yangtze River. This is an honest account of the author's exploits in China. She writes about the food, including her determination to work out exactly how one can eat a soft fried egg with chopsticks, the people and landscapes of the vast nation, whilst also contemplating its long and fascinating history. This is one woman's adventure in a country and culture that is nothing like her own. Next up is Call of the White by Felicity Aston. This is the story of British adventurer Felicity Aston and her extraordinary 2009 Antarctic expedition. Aston wanted to recruit and train a diverse team of women from different Commonwealth countries and lead them in a ski journey to the South Pole. She issued her challenge and received 800 applications. From these hundreds of potential candidates, she whittled the number down to 7. None of those chosen were accomplished explorers or had any polar experience. They were just a multicultural group of ordinary women who just wanted to push themselves and inspire others to follow their dreams. After only 2 short training sessions, Aston successfully led her amazing all-female team across the Antarctic in the 38-day, 600-mile Kaspersky Lab Commonwealth expedition. This really is an inspiring tale of leadership, determination, teamwork and friendship, as well as a testament to the idea that anything is possible. My next suggestion for you is Stephen Fry in America by Stephen Fry. Stephen Fry has always loved America, and this book is an account of his epic journey across the country, visiting all 50 states. He drives himself across the continent in his privately owned London black cab with the intent of discovering the real America. Starting on the East Coast, Fry zigzags his way across this considerable country, immersing himself in the sights and sounds of each place, meeting welcoming citizens, visiting landmarks, observing small towns and breathtaking scenery. On his travels, Fry meets some very famous Americans, including Steven Spielberg, George Bush, Bill Gates and Morgan Freeman, among others. But he also meets unsung local heroes who all bring to life the peculiarities and richness of not only each locale, but the country as a whole. This is a witty, entertaining and insightful look at the USA through the eyes of Britain's funniest polymath. My final ebook for you is The Island That Dared by Dervla Murphy. This book covers 3 trips made to Cuba by Irish veteran cyclist and travel writer Dervla Murphy. The first was a 3-generational family holiday there in 2005, when Murphy, her daughter and 3 granddaughters explored the countryside, trekked into the hills and along the coast. Dervla finds herself fascinated by the country and interested in understanding the unique society created by the Cuban Revolution. She then returns there alone, staying for several months in 2006 and 2007. In a country where transport is incredibly unreliable, bureaucracy abounds and standards of accommodation vary immensely, she travels to places off the beaten tourist track, often walking great distances, keen to learn more about the Cuban people. She speaks to residents of the island as well as Cubans exiled in Miami. This is a fascinating travel book and a detailed portrait of late Castro period Cuba. And now on to some audiobooks. I really am on a mission to get people interested in audiobooks. A few years ago, I really wasn't keen on trying them, but now I'm hooked. I love being read to, especially as I can do something else at the same time. First up is The Olive Farm by Carol Drinkwater. When actress Carol Drinkwater and her fiancé, TV producer Michelle, are given the opportunity to buy 10 acres of an abandoned olive farm in the south of France, the idea seems faintly ridiculous. The couple have not been together for very long and don't have a lot of money between them. However, the pair just cannot resist the beauty and splendour of the region and use their entire life savings as a down payment on their dream. This mix of travel book and memoir is the story of the couple's efforts to turn the dilapidated villa and accompanying neglected land into their dream home. This is a heartwarming and inspiring story of a couple's determination to realise their dream and create a new and meaningful life together in the sun-baked hills of southern France. My next suggestion is My Scotland by Val McDermid. In this audiobook, the award-winning, best-selling crime author celebrates her native Scotland. This book reveals the writer's own personal Scotland, taking us to the landscape she has been familiar with all her life, as well as the towns where some of her stories are set and her characters live. She explains how the places she visits have influenced and shaped her both as a person and a writer. This fascinating book uncovers the places that have inspired her and matter most to her, from the rugged and picturesque Isle of Skye to the historic streets of Edinburgh, from the undiscovered hideaways of the Highlands to the untamed island of Jura. This is an unforgettable and uniquely personal journey from one of Britain's most successful and celebrated crime writers. How about Sinning Across Spain by Elisa Piper? This book is the story of Australian performer and director Elisa Piper's 44-day, 1,300 kilometre walk, following one of the pilgrim routes of the Camino de Santiago in Spain. Her journey takes her from Granada in the south to Galicia in the far northwest. Apart from 10 kilograms of necessary baggage, she carries something more unusual with her along the way. Inspired by the tradition of medieval believers or scammers who paid others to carry their sins to holy places, Elisa is sponsored by friends, colleagues and strangers to carry their sins for them, thus guaranteeing them forgiveness. She describes her fellow pilgrims as well as the local people she meets on her journey. This travelogue is a celebration of self-discovery, the possibilities of connection, the wonders of Spain, and the power of putting one foot in front of the other for as long as it takes. My final audiobook suggestion is East of Croydon by Sue Perkins. Comedian and broadcaster Sue Perkins is not a seasoned adventurer. Rather, she is a self-confessed hypochondriac and travel phobe, terrified of flying, not great on boats, useless with foreign languages, and often crippled with anxiety. However, she doesn't let that stop her from agreeing to travel across the world to make 2 documentary series for the BBC about 2 very famous Asian rivers. This book is a companion to those shows, but can be enjoyed as a standalone travelogue. Perkins documents her 3,000-mile journey up the Mekong, Southeast Asia's longest river, and she then details her later epic journey to the source of the Ganges in the Himalayas, exploring the existence of those living close to India's most sacred river. This is a brilliant written travel book that is engaging, evocative, heart-wrenching and funny. I do hope you enjoy these ideas for your next read or listen, even if it's a genre you've not thought of reading before. Why not give them a try and indulge in some escapism? And don't forget, if these titles I have suggested are unavailable when you look, you can search by genre and availability or browse in the RBdigital app. Do use the comments section below to add your own suggestion of travelogues you think our customers might enjoy. And if we don't already have them available in our RBdigital collection, we will see if we can add them. Before I go, I would again like to thank my colleague Lynn for her invaluable help in putting these suggestions and recommendations together. Do stay safe and well, and see you next week. Bye!